All right, so we got my brother's back in the stand, and we're gonna give it a tune. All right, let's throw this puppet on. Okay, here we go. We're gonna stay nice and warm. Garage is cold today. It's a cold day all around. But here we go. So this brake is just garbage. You know what I mean? And I checked it out, and it's only the noodle. You know what I mean? The noodle's the only thing that's garbage on here. And I went to the bike shop. And I got 10 of these noodles on Amazon for $10. They're $1 a noodle. Maybe there were 20 noodles for $10. I don't even know. But this thing was $4. You know what I mean? This is where I think I'm done. I think I am, you know what I mean? I know I can get a chain for the same price, but maybe this is like super duper high quality. I don't know. I think it's just an upsell. It's crazy. But I'm just saying, it's a tough go at the bike shops because they're trying to sell $5,000 bikes, and you know, they almost, you know, it just depends. I mean, but it's just culture. It's just culture. It's like someone comes in there and they just want parts. And, you know, it's like that should be the person is just like, yeah, come in. Like we have what you want at the price you want. But it's not that way. If you're trying to work on anything, they're just like, well, how can you work on that? You know what I mean? How do you know anything about anything? And at the end of the day, it's just crazy. It's just like, you know, like especially when they're just like, oh, I just needed a 7-speed cassette. And they're like, well, do you have a cassette? Do you need a cassette or a freewheel? Well, that's good. That's a good question to ask. But then I was like, well, you know what? I don't know. I think when I was tuning the bike, I thought I took off the cassette. So I'm sure pretty sure it's a cassette. But, you know, and that was actually it was a good experience, but I don't know. I don't think bike shops want you as a customer for, you know what I mean? They want to sell $5,000 bikes, and it's just the name of the game. You know what I mean? So I don't know what you do. How do you shop local when it don't work out? So, you know, once a year I might buy a $10 chain. Great, I'm a $10 customer, but hell, like because I worked at a bike shop. They use the same catalogs, and it's the same price. You know what I mean? It's just, and then I went to get a 7-speed cassette. I just need a cassette. You know, these things cost $9. You can get that's all I want. I just want the $10 cassette. I can go right now on online and get a $10 cassette. Shimano sells a $10 cassette, but they had the $40 one. Now, did they stock the full range? No. So, oh man. So at the end of the day, but I know I can go to that same bike shop. They can order the cassette for $5, make their $5. I buy it for $10. I just have to wait like a week. But they don't set it up. They don't. You know, if I ran a bike shop, I'd be like, hey, do you know how to tune your bike? Well, here is all the, you know, just give me the whole catalog. You know what I mean? In Seattle, we use QBP. We just used a few catalogs, you know what I mean? And they're bike shop catalogs you're not going to get that price. But they're going to get that price, and then they're going to upsell twice, you know what I mean? And so they're going to buy the cassette for $5, sell it to you for $10. But I think I'm done just cuz like it's so hard to shop local. You know, maybe every just once in a while you know, go buy I don't know. I think there's a real market to teach people how to tune their bikes and give them a lot of stuff to tune their bikes with that actually makes sense. I mean, and I didn't even want to get the grips. Like the grips. So here, we'll take these grips off. Because this was the grips from the other day. And we're going to do this the cool way. We're just going to... but I had to... They're Bontrager, but like it's like no one even installed them just to see if they were any good. Because they're awful. They're the worst grips you would ever buy. And just because like everything's Bontrager, you know, they got the saddles, the grips. Well, I mean, they have a lot of different brands, but these were just the worst. Just the absolute most garbage grips. And all you have to do is just buy one, try it out, and then realize, yeah, it's garbage. Like, don't buy them ever again. But I'm not going to do them a favor and say, hey, yeah, these grips are just awful. Like, I had to JB weld them on my bike, and I'm satisfied. Like, I'm going for it. I'm doing my thing. All right, see, these things are hella not moving. They're JB welded on. So, I'm not going to make a link, but the 5-hour bike tuning video, kind of like near the end, I JB welded these on. And damn, those things are not coming off. You got to use the jaws of life to actually turn them. So, hell yeah. And I don't know, because, okay, what I wanted to do was I wanted to go to... So some things I don't mind spending retail price, but I'm not going to buy the mid-range to upper range cassette. I don't need it for, I want the cheapest. So I don't know. I'm just ranting, and this is not a good way to start this, but here we go. We'll just calm down. But yeah, because right now I have a $300, I have over $300 because I need to get cables, housing, brake housing, derailleur. So all 4 things. I could spend $100 on all 4 to get 100 brake cables, 100 shift cables. And I can get them to where they're stainless steel. But that's looking for like the deals on the online. You know what I mean? So what do you do? Because I don't want to spend $200 for each of those and spend $800, and it's something that I don't even need. I'm still right on the fence of like, I don't know. So it's just interesting. So it's just a conversation I don't want to have with them down there. You know what I mean? Even the owner, I know him a little bit, but it would just be a bizarro conversation. You know what I mean? They're selling $5,000 bikes, and at the end of the day, that's what's keeping them alive, and that's fine. There's just one mechanic down there that, yeah, he just looks like, he knows everything, and, it just scoffs that, I don't know. It's crazy. I need to, It's okay to rant. It's okay to rant. So we are going to check the chain and make sure we're just going to go into that highest gear. So yeah, we can plenty there. So that's a good length. And we're going to drop it all the way down. So now we're on the smallest gears. And sure, there's a little chain tension. So that's fine. We'll keep this chain that length. But we don't have to replace it anytime soon. But that's the new chain. And yeah. What we were mainly after... Shoot. Touching greasy chains. Okay, what we were mainly after is this brake noodle. I'm going to lose my mind if I can't find my twirly thing. Wow. Okay. Gonna get this away. There it is. Okay, perfect. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So what we want to do is we want to kick this out of here. Get it all lined up. And we're just done with that cable. See, there's no tension there, but get this, check this out. You take the noodle, and then look, there's no friction there. There's no friction there. So all the friction is just like right, I think right in that noodle. And then maybe it's not. Maybe it's in the cable itself. Maybe the cable, holy Toledo. That was on there tight. Okay, maybe all the friction is, I don't think so. Well, I don't know. So there's the noodle, and we're just going to use the new noodle anyway. But yeah, does that noodle look just fine? I don't know. Now we need some brake cable. There we go. This was the brake cable we were going to use. We got a lot of cable going on here. But oh man, this cable, they just put it. Okay, here we go. Wait, how's this one? Oh no, this is our new one. This is our new one. Hey, that feels good. That feels good. Here's our old one. Hopefully it just feels like total garbage. And we did the right thing. Yeah. It feels not slick, but we're going to save it. That's a good one to save. Okay, so we got our noodle. We're going to take our little boot. And here. Hey, since we have all this out, you know what I mean, order of operations here. We're going to tune this whole back anyway. We're going to give it, you know, we're going to give it some loving. So we're going to come in here with this. And these brake pads look just fine. And I don't feel any, what I'm feeling for, I'm sanding them down, you know. That'll make the braking just a little bit better. I don't feel any aluminum grit though, so that's good. Okay, now this would be a good time. You know, you can come in here and do that if you want. You don't have to, like who cares? But it's off, so it's real easy to get in there. But again, yeah, I think there's something wrong with this. The lockout's just now permanently locked out, so it don't gush at all. It's not a fork anymore. It's not a suspension fork anymore. Okay, but get your noodle in. This is the best thing you can do. Just get that in. Put the boot on. Now you can't lose anything. Okay, so here's our brake housing. And yeah, we're just gonna hold it right there, go right here, and we're just gonna get a little extra. Hey, we're just gonna cut it right there. Okay, we can put this away, kind of for now. I think we're done with it. Probably done with it for the day. Okay, there you go. So, yeah. Flatten that out. And we're going to come in here and do it right. So, we're going to come right here. And then, where should we cut it? This thing's going to be right like that. I don't know, I'd say just like that. And we can do the opposite. You can come in here and then see where you want it. Yeah, I'd say just like right there. We're gonna go a little faster, hopefully, with this video. Hopefully we just don't misplace everything. Okay, so open it up. And, ooh, we need our ferrules. And, yeah, they're right in here, I think. We'll see. Man, we're getting low on these, but I know where we got some more. So we're just going to put that one. All we need is one. All we need is one, because you put that there. And there you go. And this goes there. Amazing. And it kind of holds itself in place. I don't know if that's the way to go or what, but... Get the grease off that. So yeah, so this cable, yes, it's good to go. That's a good cable, but it's all tweaked at the end because they just packaged it. You know, never buy single cables online. Man, they just turn it into a Celtic cross. It's crazy. Well. So we need to line that up. And get that in there. Oh, interesting. I don't know why it's not going. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay. Now, at this juncture of the bike tuning process, do not put a kink right there. Like, hell no. So just hold it nicely. And you got to get the ferrule on. These ferrules are total garbage, but I kind of like them. You know what I mean? You get like 1,000 of them online. I don't know. It's the only way it makes sense to be a bike mechanic. People just want... Oh, shoot, I put it on wrong. Yeah, people want their bike to be tuned for hella cheap. And at the end of the day, I want to get my hourly wage for tuning the bike and not give them a huge price on just parts. You know, I want to put new cables on just because I find it relaxing, even though it takes some time. It takes some, but it's the feel. Like once, holy Toledo, that just got all. I feel like that got buggered up. Man, I just bought this brand new. Hopefully, it's not going to get totally tweaked. Okay, there you go. Shove it through. Perfect. And again, don't kink your cable. All right, and then no oil in the cable. Let's see. Oh, I could put a ferrule right there, but I don't want to. I think that's just going to be just fine. And we're going to spread that nice and open. And we'll just tighten it down because we got to get the wheel back in. But let's come over to the wheel. All right, now what we got here? Okay, so the lever's on the left and the little tread's that way. So we're gonna put the wheel back where it was. All right, we're gonna take this out. Okay, that's done. We're gonna check the hub. Yeah, it's loose. It's loose. So we're gonna come in here, take these off. Now I always forget to put them back on. It's maddening. But I've been doing pretty good. Man, it's cold in here. Today's a cold day. Today is a miserable cold day. My knee is just locking out. It has no blood flow. I think it's the arthritis. I don't know. Just like I was just biking home. Maybe I was biking too fast, but whoa! See, this hub is just loose. Look at this. This hub is just loose. That's crazy. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do this side first. Cause this side's hella loose already. Okay, get that off of there. And we're just gonna grease it up. Do we have our little grease gun? Yeah, it's just right there. I mean, this is, I guess you'd call this an overhaul. It just takes 2 seconds, you know what I mean? But at the bike shop, that's a lot of time. But yeah, we'll just hit 4 corners. Just go 1, 2, you know what I mean? And just lay into it with your chest. I wish it was easier to get out of this grease gun. You have to push like crazy. But it's very accurate. And I can just lean into it. Okay, so I got plenty of grease in there. But yeah, I need to put this inside, warm it up. That grease is just frozen grease. And I don't know if you can make this part go any faster. But it doesn't take too long. It probably maybe takes, this is probably a 5-minute process though, so it all adds up. That's the interesting thing, making videos on that. Like, how long does this actually take? You know what I mean? And you're doing it for real. You're not just saying it took, you know what I mean, 2 seconds. Okay, let's get a 13 in there. And we're gonna get a 17. Well, we kind of want to tighten this up. Oh man, all right, we're gonna get this 13 there and just tighten this puppy up just a little bit, just so when we tighten it up for real, it'll hold its place. Okay, there you go. And now we're gonna come in here and loosen this. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, 2 there, and oh, we this is way too tight now. Okay, there you go. And maybe you don't have to take that all the way off, but I think you do. You know what I mean? To actually get grease in here, that thing gets in the way. Does get in the way. Okay, well, let's do the same thing. Don't want the bearings to fall out. We're just going to squeeze hella grease in there. Perfect. Probably like 5 times maybe at the least. But it's nice because you can kind of direct it in all the little pockets. Perfect. So I got it. So that takes maybe 5 minutes to do this. I mean, for sure it takes a while. This is why it's kind of like an overhaul. It's not a tune. So when you get your bike tuned up, you know, someone looks at this and just tightens it. That's all. And that's fine. That's actually you know, props to them, because sometimes they don't do anything. You know what I mean? You never know. I mean, it'd be perfect to take your bike to the bike shop and actually, like, put things, just, you know, put them out of play enough where you're just like, whoa, they did not tackle it. Like, do a mystery bike at the bike shop. Okay. Okay, so that's nice and tight. And yeah, you got the right amount of play maybe. Man, I needed that other 17. There it is. Perfect. So I'm going to come in with my 17s. And we're going to... This needs to be a little bit tighter. So I can come in with the 17s and then just turn it. Get rid of that play. So there's just a little bit of play. The wheel feels smooth. See, I don't want to get rid of all that play. It's okay to have a little bit. And this wheel was hella loose anyway. Okay, now it just has just a little bit of play. But we tightened it up quite a bit, actually. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, so perfect. So that wheel's good, and we can come in here and check the spokes. This wheel looks great. I don't know if it's true, but the spokes look real nice. This wheel looks real nice, and we're done. Okay, the tread patterns go in the right direction, and we'll just get a little bit of grease on there. And levers on the left, slide that in. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, levers on the right now that we're coming in from this direction. Woo-wee. All right, open that puppet up. Get the wheel in there. Damn, damn. Got to slide it in. It's a big wheel. It's a big wheel. Okay, pop it up. Whew, we had to do that for days. Okay, get it on the ground. And make sure it's nice and flat. Hey, we can go a little tighter. Not too much tighter. Hell no. You know what I mean? It's not going to... Well... Man, I had a headset loosen up, but that was a weird design. It only had like one bolt. It was bizarro. Okay, so we can get this going now. So we're going to get that in there, the boot on there. Get the grease off the pant legs. Wow, our knee is just going to give, like, just lock out. So we're going to get our swivel stool. And we're going to come down here, just right at the right level. And, oh, this is great. So we're going to loosen that pup up again. We're going to come all the way in with here. And then we're just going to come to there, put that right there. Oh, no. Oh, I don't want to... That ferrule's so garbage. I should not do this way. But if I come in right there, and not... Okay, that's not going to work. But I'll come in here, loosen it out just a little bit. And where we at? Hey, that's pretty decent. You know, it hits. Can I actually? We're gonna go like fit. We're gonna tighten this just down so it doesn't move when we move this out. Now we're gonna stare at that just to make sure. Okay, yeah. So it's easy to get in and out. Is it too easy? Probably. So, all All right, we made it just a little bit tighter. And maybe we just messed up. I don't know. We need this one because this wheel gets in the way. Okay, so we can actually get it in and out still. And yeah, it feels nice and snug. But yeah, look at that. It works so much better. That noodle was just crap. That's why I bought 20 of these. You know what I mean? How I want to tune a bike is like, yeah, you have these old cables. I want to get your V-brake going. You know, I'm doing bike mechanic work in the 90s. You know what I mean? So that's the disparity between me and the bike shops right now, is they're trying to sell $5,000 bikes, and you know, everything's just, you know, $100 components, you know, $500 components, where these brakes still only cost you 20 bucks. Okay, and we are definitely going to, okay, put just a little bit more tension on that one. So you just tighten up this spring, and you can see what the damage is. You know, I'd probably go a little bit more. Okay, we'll check that out. That was a little bit much, but maybe. Woof! Are these springs like too tight? Probably. Damn. Oof! Maybe they're just too tight. So we're just gonna. We need to balance them out. So did that balance? Hey, that's pretty balanced. Okay, and I think we got this tight, pretty damn tight. But I mean, if anything is going to, man, are the brakes just good? Hell yeah. And they don't rub on the rubber? And this wheel is just real true. I don't have to touch it at all. And because we already checked the tension on it. This one overhangs just a little bit. Man, I don't want to mess with it, but we'll just come in here and just raise it just a touch of a touch. Well, look what you're doing. I don't know. Maybe that's good. We're just gonna tighten it down, just to hold its position. But we kind of lost the toe. You know what I mean? It's got to have a little toe in. So we'll come in here. Darn it. Okay. Oof. Man, those are a little bit tight. They're hard to get out. All right, but now we can come in here and get it exactly lined up. How is it on the other side? It's just like that, nice and high. And let's see if we can get it towed in just a little bit. We're gonna spin it just to make sure it's not hitting the rubber. And are we towed in at all? I'd say it's like dead flat on, I mean, it's just, and a little bit towed in, but I'm going to call that good. But I absolutely like where it is. And it bent out of position, so we got to kind of readjust it. And I don't know, I bet you it's too close to the tire now. It's real close to that tire. But it comes in just perfect. You know, is it rubbing? I don't think so, but we can actually lower it just down just a little bit on that front side. And that backside's out of the way. Damn it. That's so hard to get it just where it's too darn close, you know what I mean? Like, he's going to get a flat tire, you know. So that's the hard part about being a bike mechanic. You just do it. It's just wax on, wax off, repeat, you know what I mean? So if it's just right there, yeah, it's a tough business. And it's hard to repeat, you know what I mean? Well, it's hard to just guess and get it good. But we're just going to lower that just right there. We're going to come kind of at a lower angle and up into it. And that's going to hopefully help. Yeah, there you go. And are we towed in at all? A little bit. And... okay. See, is that a lot better? Yeah, it's away from the wheel a lot more. And it's not over. It's probably like overhanging just the same amount, but such is life, such is life. We'll actually crank it up just a little bit. Gotta crank it down just a touch. Oh wow! So that was just a lot of detail. We're just gonna make sure this one's tight as hell. Well, yeah, you can't go wrong tightening these on just like crazy. You know what I mean? You really don't want them to move at all. That's for sure. So, there's a lot of vibration and a lot of pull on those. But man, for a V-brake, hell yeah, that works now. Okay, so wow. So don't, you know what I mean? It can be a fast process, and sometimes it can be kind of a slow process, but it's satisfying. It definitely is satisfying. So we're gonna come in here, and I gotta take a little break, you know what I mean? But we're gonna get this nipple going, and we have our, here we go, needle nose pliers, and we're gonna be done with this brake. We might have to put a new fork on, because I don't think that fork works. It's in permanent lockout. I was like, did you lock this out? And then it just never unlocked itself. Okay. Okay, perfect. There you go. And hopefully we're still humming on the camera. Hell yeah. And check you on the flip side. All right, we're back. And I swear some of that footage got tipped over. I don't know. When I flip this up in my head, maybe it's like, oh, you're upside down now. But who knows? Who knows? That's crazy. Too much technology. Okay, so, yeah, these grips are good. Yeah, everything's good here. Can we replace this brake cable? But this brake just works fine. So at the end of the day, you don't have to just replace stuff just because you want to. You know what I mean? This works excellent. And we can sand it down. See how it overlaps? But you're just not going to fix that a whole lot. We can come in here and help it out just a little bit. You know, we can kind of tweak it. There you go. We're just gonna make sure this is nice and tight. Hell yeah. Okay, so that's a little bit better. And we're gonna come over here, kind of do the same thing. Just make sure it's hella tight, and it is. And we're gonna tweak this one just a little bit. There you go. And looks good. And now yeah, it's nice and smooth through there. And it's nowhere near the tire on this side. I mean, you could raise them, but hell no, we're not going to do that. And, yeah, that's a long cable. Look at that. Man, I swear I did this. I swear I tuned his bike before. And oh, perfect. Because if I did this, has it got my crimp style? I don't know. Probably, because that just looks like hell. I remember I did them like hell, and then I would just pinch them like that. I don't know. You got to have your own signature to make sure you like. But yeah, I swear I put those on, but he probably did that. But no, because I cut them off nice and flush. And I have this color. So, I bet you I tuned this up. But who knows? Oh, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Holy Toledo. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off. Is there anything we need to do before we do that? Sure. We can see if it's true. Oh, let's spin it that way. Pretty good, you know what I mean? Unless there's some hella loose spokes, I don't want to do nothing. You know what I mean? Some of these spokes are a little bit loose, but it's not crazy. And then how's this wheel? But that's the interesting thing, because if I tuned it up before, you know, that hub got just way loose, and that's not my style. That's for sure. I would have got that sucker on there. That hub's not moving for the rest of its life. Okay, so lever on left, but don't matter. So you got the cassette on the right on this one. We're gonna pop this puppet off, and I don't know. Let's see if we can just like, you know what I mean, just do this cassette just a little bit of a favor. Just come in here. I like these Walmart rugs, and we're just gonna do that. Just to see if you can get kind of some of the bigger chunks off. And it's hella workout, that's for sure. Man, there's just mud in there, mud. So yeah, get rid of the mud, because once the mud gets in there, then grease gets in there, and then, you know, that's how they built the pyramids. I don't know, but this is crazy. And so, but at the end of the day, is it gonna help your performance? No, but it's gonna make your bike look a little better. I don't know if it's gonna help your performance at all. Probably not. You just get rid of half a pound of mud. And so I don't have my tool from the other day. And I'm not going to use that as a tool. Oh, don't we have the dental tool? Yeah, we have this dental pick. See if we can do anything with that. Yeah, you can get some of the bigger chunks out of there. But yeah, it all looks pretty good. Hey, that cassette looks good. It spins good. Is it loose? Nope. But how's this hub? Ooh, this hub spins real well. So at the end of the day, well, we're gonna do it. I just love how bikes are put together. It's just so fascinating. So it's really fun to take them apart. But you could mess up, you know what I mean? Just the fact that, like, just the fact that I'm talking about messing up, might make me mess up. So you're gonna get this heavy ass, look at that. So we're gonna go lefty loosey on this thing, and then you gotta get your chain tool over here going the other direction. And you need some downward oomph. And you don't want that thing popping off, so... but it came off real easy. But you want some inward pressure on that. You know, you can put your skewer back in. Now, did I get it enough? Shoot. What the hell? I don't even think I got it enough. There we go. Got it enough. Okay. So now we're just going to unscrew this. Hey, always a good place for grease. And it's always an easy place to forget your grease in the long term. Now, I'm just going to throw this away. Even though it's a little bit greasy, there you go. I mean, just like that was a little bit of a waste. But come in here. I don't know, really hard to use this. So that's where it's fun to have some other tools. And well, I mean, just this one. This one was great. You just come in here and push it out. Man, I really need to get this hot, because, but anyway, we got some grease on there. Got some grease on the pants. No, don't touch your rims. That'd be a bad idea. Whoa, we're just dropping stuff left and right. Damn it. there might have been a spacer in there. So we're just going to take our time, since we made a mistake, take a breath. Don't need to tell anyone. You can't fire yourself. That's the most amazing thing in life. Always work for yourself, because you'll do a dumb mistake, but who cares? You know what I mean? Like, you could just drop this whole bike into a volcano, and still, if you're working by yourself, you just could care less. You're like, well, sounds like you've always wanted a new bike. Okay, there's always a solution. Okay, so, yeah, it's just fun to work on these things. So I'm going to slide that in a little bit farther. I'm losing my table, my foam table. Man, we're going to pop this puppet off. And, okay. And I didn't forget him on that side. Holy hell, I did. Look at that. That's crazy. So, you know, we're just talking about making mistakes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to. I can remember the boot now. But it's so bizarre. It's so easy to forget those things. You know, the boots that go right on here. And so, yeah, we're going to go lever left. Kick these out. I think it's easy just to put them back on. My knee feels like it's just going to blow up. It's just a knot of inflammation. There's just like zero blood flow going to it. Or just, I don't know. It sucks to be in pain. And I just hope it loosens up today. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to keep on keeping on. You know what I mean? Just pretend like it's the 1950s. I don't know. Yeah, but sometimes it's hard to just... You're just like, what the hell? You know what I mean? You're like, every day it's like something, like a new pain with arthritis. It's the worst. You're like, well, you know what I mean? Well, like, why am I having pain here? Oh, just arthritis. You're like, what? I'm trying to eat like meals that are, I don't know, maybe I'm just doing everything wrong. I'm trying to do everything right. Yeah. All right, so if you can do like the 3. So you turn it once, and then you go, oh, these spokes are real hard to get your finger in. So we're gonna have to do like 4 or 5. So then you just go through a couple more spokes. But it looks like you cleaned your whole bike. You cleaned this little part of the hub. You're like, whoa, did you power wash your bike? You're like, sure. And all you did was just like clean that part of the hub. It's amazing. And then clean right there if you'd ever take these off. But you don't need to clean anywhere else. They just clean where the... Man, I feel like... this is crazy. I don't want... See how I don't want to readjust these? But they're just going to get all out of control. Just trying to get this wheel back in. So we'll just go nice and easy. Use physics to get it back in. Whoa, this thing just spins for days. Alright, that's about where it needs to be. My knee feels like it's just going to blow up. Okay, can't forget that because we got to get this rear wheel on. We almost have to put like a surprise on there just to make sure we don't forget about it. Because, yeah, that's a danger wheel. Can't have that going out the door. Because I didn't put the lever on at all. Okay, so we need a 15 and a 17. My 15s are here and they're total garbage. Yeah, at the bike shop, go get a 15. I will buy tools at the bike shop. See, I had a huge rant about the bike shop, but there's just things that I want to buy from the bike shop that I know they could order. But just the hassle involved in asking them to order that stuff is just, you know, it's just real hard. Just give me the catalog. So what do we're gonna loosen this one first. Because I need to make sound decisions. I can't be spending 4 times as much on a part that I can get on Amazon. But if I'm only spending 25% more online, yes, I will shop local. But if it gets into that 75, 200% markup just to shop local, it's like, I'm a Winco shopper. Your city only needs one grocery store. It needs a Winco. You know what I mean? And that's about it. Yeah, so I don't know, holy hell. That's too many washers. So it's kind of normal, and then there's a tall one. Okay, here's our cone. Yeah, we're gonna grease this puppy. And this is a great way to spin these off. You know what I mean? And if you go slower, it's like faster. It's amazing. And just caught it just in time. All right, wow, this grease gun needs to go in the oven. It is just so hard to push. Damn, but there you go. Hey, we're getting it. And we're just gonna spin it a little bit. Hey, this is the way to do it. Yeah, because I was just wondering how to reposition it. Man, it's real hard to push though. I need to put this grease gun inside, get it all warmed up, because that's the only thing. It's just too hard to push. All right, did we miss a spot? I feel like we missed that spot right there. But if I put my chest into it, wow, it's just yeah, so this is dumb. Like, you can just put full weight and it just barely comes out. So, oh, but I got a real good idea. Because we got to get that grease gun a lot better. And I think we can. I think we can. So we got that greased. That actually worked out pretty good. But check this out. So you come here, flip it over. Well. You're gonna have to put all this crap on first. But just get to about right there, and then flip it over, because this has to come all the way out to access it. See how you have to unloosen all this stuff just to even get like where's the, is that a rubber? So that's a rubber seal. We're just putting like rag cotton in there. We're gonna get a Q-tip, because we probably should have done this before. Tip it upside down so that garbage is not getting everywhere. But yeah, we'll pull that Q-tip out. Yeah, just get cotton everywhere in there. But oh damn, we see it. And there's nothing worse than having a Baron fall out. Yeah, duh, that was stupid. I just tipped that all the way upside down. So now we're gonna wait, did the Baron come out that side? I think it did, yeah. So we'll throw the Baron back in. And we're gonna use that same Q-tip to actually like push it back in. Okay, perfect. And the other side, the other side's having an issue. Over here, we're just all that cone's coming off. Okay, but see, we're gonna come here, and then we're gonna tighten this down. Yeah, we need a little bit of tension on those. So we need a 15 and a 17. So yeah, get our 15. Man, I don't want any more bearings to fall out. The garbage can's right underneath this. But we're doing good. All we need is just a little bit of tension. Not much. But now we can spin this thing. Man, this thing don't spin at all. Well, duh, it's tight. It's our, oh, shoot. Are the bearings coming out? Yep. So Baron's already wanting to come out again. So we need to get that Baron back in there. And, holy hell. So we're going to go for the small grease gun. So the small one was this one. See how it's got this little applicator? So now I'm going to get into a position that's not going to blow up my knee. But see, this might be the better tool. But this is hard as hell to. I'm going to put my knee right there. The knee that sucks. And we're going to try to squeeze yeah, there you go. So it goes. But yeah, we're just going to grease it up. Squeeze a lot. Yeah, just get in there. Okay, got the location. Squeeze it out. Yeah, and I saw a lot of grease squish. So that's good. But it just takes too much effort. Okay, the grease got all the way back behind the bearing. That's great. It's a great tool. It just takes hella effort. But it filled up. Yeah, just fresh grease. All right, a little more effort. Let's see if it's even coming out. Yep, it is, but the nice thing about it, you don't get grease everywhere. But yeah, I'll figure out a better system. But since this is already tight as hell, and I don't know, like you would have to take off this rubber boot to actually get. Okay, we're just gonna come in here because this is 17. So where's the 15? Like, where do you actually? I think you have to take this whole rubber cap off. So you have to take this secondary cap off. There you go. And now you can get to the 15. Okay, we got to it. It's good to take a 2 seconds and figure out how things are put together. Because now we can come in here. And yeah, I'm sure this is just hella tight. What up? Oh, that's 16. Okay. So, and this is the 15 that's just total bogus. There we go. So we got the 15 in there. Get ready to strip some stuff. And there's plenty of tension. You know, someone did a really good job, because you should always have a hell of a lot of tension right on there, because you really don't want that thing to loosen up. We're going to push it back down. None of the bearings fell out this side. We need to take our... So now we're at the 15 and 17 again. Going to throw the 15 in there. Come on. There you go. And, woo! Put it on the knee. Gotta have like 3 hands to do bike work. But yeah, perfect. I'm gonna free that up, get that off there. And now we're just money, honey. So we greased this hub. Yeah, it took a little while. That took more than 5 minutes. That was just a pain in the butt. But we did it. Get that on there. I don't... Oh, shoot. I really don't think it matters how this one goes, but you can see, hey, that's all chewed up, and that's not, so that went there, because look at this. This is the chewed up side, and it's got 2 chewed up sides. So basically, it's kind of acts like a lock washer. It's not supposed to come off, but you saw the other one did pretty easily. I'm just going to sit here because it feels good on my knee, and I don't want to stand, because I feel like I'm just going to fall to the floor and not be able to walk anymore. Okay, so now we're going to maybe tighten this up. Hardly, like 25%. Oh, but look at that. There is a lot of... so now we'll come over here. It's dangerous to put a 17 on that. But we'll come over here and then we'll try to loosen this up. Because we still want to get that play. You know what I mean? Because we want a properly adjusted hub. Hey, we got that play. So now we'll come back over here with our 17. We'll grab another... We should have 2 17s. It's always good to have 2 17s. And for these, since they're on the end, you can just use normal wrenches. You know what I mean? From Home Depot or whatever. Okay, do we still have play? Not really. But oof. But we'll come in here and maybe just tighten it down and see how we did. Because I bet you that'll give us just the right amount of play. And yet we have just a little bit of play. And hey, it feels pretty good. So we're going to go 100% tight on this. Just nice and decent. Perfect. Okay, and get those boots on. My goodness. And well, let's get some grease in here. You know what I mean? And this is the opposite grease you want. You want white lithium grease if you're trying to condition these things. But if you're not trying to condition them and you're just trying to soften them up, just use normal grease, because it softens them up. But I think you want them to be soft. I think you want them to be chemically kind of altered. But white lithium grease is the conditioner for rubber, not this grease. This will actually chemically soften it, and it's probably not what you're supposed to do. Now I can't even get up with my knee. Holy Toledo. Okay. So now we're gonna let's see, can we, no one's gonna see right there, that's for sure. But you can come in here and, man, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could just get rid of that grease and dirt. Just gonna be more grease and dirt when you mountain bike some more. Try to spin it out of there. But how does this spin? Because that's the other thing. You know, if it don't spin very well, you can put a little WD-40 in there. I don't want to, but let's do it. Just like the tiniest amount of WD-40. Just like, it seeps, it penetrates. It's a penetrator. Okay, just the tiniest amount. Let's see. Okay, there you go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and that goes a long way. You know what I mean? You don't need too much. I mean, I think we're done. We don't need any more than that. And, because now we're just going to wipe it off. But yeah, that might seep in for the next month. You know, and shoot, just tiniest amount. Okay, let's get back to it. All right, we got this wheel off, so hell yeah. You know what I mean? You don't need to wash your bike, but just wipe off the dirtiest parts. And again, and did we forget anything here? Well, we didn't put the cassette back on, but we're just trying to hit all the different parts of the bike. You know, if you miss one, who cares in the end? That's the thing about doing everything in order. It would literally take me 3 hours to tune a bike, but I think it does. I mean, if you want to do it right, it takes a long time to get a bike going. Okay, so so you're trying to find that one, and you're found in that one, and you slide it on. Like, I love this, because anyone can do that. You know what I mean? And then just keep going, find the other one. It's like a little puzzle. I love it. Like, whoever invented the cassette is just like made more bike mechanics out of more people, just because it's the most enjoyable thing to take apart and put back together. Like, I've never heard of anyone saying, oh, I hate these cassettes. No, they're just magical, just super magical, and everything about them is just fun. Because like here, you get to hear like a big old crackety crack. You know what I mean? As well, sometimes it's more crackety crack, but put some pressure on there. And, okay, that's plenty tight. Holy Toledo. And I was just like, oh, I've never had a cassette loosen. Well, guess what? On this bike, what bike is it? I think it's this one. This is my brother's other bike. That cassette's just hella loose in there. I think it's just, I don't know what's broken. Well, we'll find out. Okay, but that one's good to go. And, where's our thing, you know what I mean? I mean, it should just be right here, but it's not. That's very interesting. Oh, I'm tripping. Man, we got a lot going on here. Too much going on. Okay, so it's definitely not right there. I don't know, Blue's Clues, you know, I don't know. I didn't watch enough episodes to figure life out. But we're looking for the skewer that went through there, and we put it back together like we normally do. But I just feel like it's not here. I don't get it. Now, did we sit down and just put it somewhere different? Like, there's a skewer, but probably have to use that one, because I swear an alien came in here and abducted our skewer. So wherever we put the skewer, just never ever put the skewer in that spot ever again. It was the dumbest place I could have ever put the skewer. Now we had a lot go on. You know what I mean? Like things could have fallen into the trash. I don't think they did. Got more trash there. We did some greasing. Whoa, I don't get it. Oh, but I do need, like before I totally just space it out. So we need some of these. So we got one of those. And we just need a couple. Should we use these? Yeah. Top cabin. Yeah, we're gonna do it. My bike's gonna be top cabin. Hell yeah. It just looks, it's like a cool color. That's all I know. But yeah, that'll keep me from penetrating myself. Holy Toledo. Okay, there you go. That one's a little bit loose. Might need just a touch of JB Weld if it don't work out. Okay, right there, is that where it was? Just way back there, eh? Yeah, that's the Bontrager. Okay. And it's got a little bit of grease, so we're good there. Get our, okay, cassettes on the right, so levers on the left. That's probably too much grease, but we'll slide it in. And we're good to go. Oh, holy Toledo. So, like I said, you want to clean someone's bike, you just come in here, and it looks like you took it to the power washer. And all you did was just reach your fingers into the hardest to reach places of the bike. And you only have to go around like 3 times. You know what I mean? But yeah, now it just looks amazing. Okay, we're going to get this puppy in. Can we do anything else here? Sure. Can't we? I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of things to do. Yeah, we can sand those down. All right, so we came in here and we're going to sand these. And come over here and sand that one. This is a funny angle. I'm just not doing it left-handed. I just don't think I would have any skill. But I weld left-handed. It's really good to get your skills going left-handed. You know what I mean? It just takes some eye coordination. All right. And the wheel's in. And we got, so this hub is just amazing. It's going to last for another 10 years. And don't break the derailleur trying to get the friggin' wheel in. Let's see. That's all the way loose, right? Holy Toledo, what the hell? Okay, we just want to go straight up and back. That's the only thing about V-brakes and big wheeled bikes is like, man, you just mess up the brakes every time you try to get the wheel in. Okay, tighten that up. A lot of tightening. Hey, that's pretty good. And now, since we remembered, we're going to come over here and get this one in there. Because this one we did not put in at all. So drop it down. And if you got greasy gloves, just don't put your hands on the grips. You'll ruin that rubber. So put your hands over there, just like that. Anything metal, sure, you can touch it. Who cares? Okay, that's in. Nice and tight. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Loosen it up. Get it nice and flush. Just straight up with this is probably the best way to go. Ooh, that's tight. That's probably too tight, but who cares? You know, use the jaws of life to get it off. I don't think that's too tight, though. See, look how clean that is. You know what I mean? And, yeah, sure, we can come in here, get the derailleur. All right, and how is the derailleur cable and housing? You know what I mean? I just replace it because I'm a madman. But, you know, for this shifter is just awful. And, okay, it doesn't want to come down. It doesn't want to loosen. the derailleur cable, so when you go up, you push it up. You push it up with your own might. But on the way down, this spring in the derailleur pulls the cable back through. And that's where there's just a hell of a lot of friction. So yes, replacing the cable will go a long way. But I still want to just put a little WD-40 in that shifter. But I just don't want to be breathing WD-40. But I think WD-40 is so potent that we can find a way to where we're, you know what I mean? Look at this. We can flip this all the way up, and we'll tighten it just a little bit, just so you can get in position. Now look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So we can open this. Now never start loosening that crap. Well, let's give it a try. I don't want to break this though. Holy Toledo. I mean, because the second you do that, does it even... See, that just spins. Okay. So I think I just busted it already. You know what I mean? Like that. That thing don't tighten or come out. You know, it's like a... It's a... This is like one of those special tool things. Yeah, let's get it back down because I just want to make sure I didn't bust anything. But yeah, all the parts in here are just meant to be not taken apart. You know what I mean? That's why. Yeah, that's a weird place for a bolt, but yeah. But look at this. So you have your moving part there, and you got a little bit of a moving part there. So we're going to just get the slightest amount of WD-40. And maybe we'll use our tool. You know, because I don't want to breathe this WD-40. It is just awful stuff. So my brother gave me this tool. And any fancy new tools, it takes you like 10 times just to like, you know, eye them up before. I've never used, it was just like 5 years ago, a birthday. He gave me this, so we're going to fill it up. But essentially all we need to do is just fill it up. Hell yeah. See, look at all that WD-40. Okay, perfect. So that's nice and full. And now get that in there. Just a real specific tool. Okay, and now you just get the perfect... Oh, whoops. You got to take this off. Maybe I already busted it. But yeah, now you're going to do that. Look at that. You get the perfect amount. Okay, so this works great. What a cool tool. It's amazing it took me like, you know what I mean, 10 years just before to use it. Like, I don't mind breathing that much WD-40. I just don't want to get it aerosoled. It's just awful. Okay. But yeah, now this is going to be the most amazing tool because I'm real sensitive to smells and just toxins. And I don't need that in my life. But I do need my shifters to work. Whoa. This thing's just greasing. I feel like it's just wet everywhere, but it's not. Okay, so look at this. Whoa, that was a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna get just a little dollop in there. Okay, perfect. And but that hopefully that'll do. You know what I mean? So now we're just gonna go back and forth a bunch of times. And it's just going to work in there. But yeah, it feels so much better. And we'll get it down in position. Shoot, I'm touching the grips. And like I said, I wasn't supposed to. Okay. And we're just going to work that WD-40 in there. But that little tool works amazing. I mean, it's just so much better. So if you're at a bike shop and you want to make someone's life just amazing, just squirt just the tiniest amount of WD-40 in with that oil gun or whatever this thing is. It looks like a, you know what I mean? You push the button and then you forget your memories for the last year. I don't know what it is. It's something like Men in Black or something. But my brother might be an alien because he just gave me this, and he's a real smart person. You know what I mean? We call him a scientist or a physicist. Or my brother, he was just like, hey, who's that scientist in Bozeman? And I was like, oh, that's our brother. Or I just said, oh, that's Tony. You know what I mean? That's his name. But anyway, it was a joke because my brother was thinking about a YouTube scientist, not my brother. Obviously, he would know who he was. But anyway, because we're all brothers. Okay. Okay, hell yeah. So that's working good. And if it stops working real good, I can put more WD-40. But just over the life cycle, that WD-40 ain't going to evaporate for a while. I want to put this in a special spot, just right over there where I forget it. And hell yeah. And on this one, we're gonna do the same thing over here too. We got to get this shift. This shifter is just a pile of garbage. Both of them are, but they're real nice. But they're just both at the life cycle where they've had just too much garbage. So we're gonna come in here and oh yeah, hell yeah. I feel like if that went into your eye, you would just cry. Because it's just pure WD-40. And it really goes into all the cracks and nooks and crannies. And, man. Okay. So, here we go. Get the glove off. And, alright. Push that WD-40 around. And click, because we were not able to get into this high gear. We just weren't. But now we kind of are. Look at that. Now we are. So just with that WD-40, that's all I did. And now we're able to get into that high gear. You know, so the paws go like there and catch. They just weren't catching before. And it still feels like garbage, but it works. You know what I mean? And we might get a little bit more WD-40. Might as well. I mean, because else, if you're outside, you can just hella spray this thing down. But I just don't want to breathe it all. So just having a little bit of liquid WD-40, I'm not bothered by that right now. But that's the greatest tip in this video, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to work it in. I don't mind spending 20 minutes working. I just don't want to breathe it. But if I really wanted to get this shifter going, I would take the shifter outside, just hella spray it down with WD-40, but you got to protect your grips. But then you got to spray it off somehow without aerosoling your whole back. And I don't know how you actually do that. But hell, we at least got it to work. And at the end of the day, this one no one really touches. Like our whole family just stays in that middle gear. Like we're just like, hell no, don't go down there. And then you just forget to shift gears anyway. So, okay, we're going to get back to that middle one. And, you know, I'm satisfied with it. Like, I can feel the difference, so that's good. And I'm just going to get it right back where it was. Tighten it down, final answer. But even here, maybe I won't. So we're going to come in here. We're going to loosen this so we can spin it. And then, you know, loosen these brakes. Oh, damn. So I guess you have to really get up here. Well, before you do all this work, see if it's just in the perfect spot. Anyway, you might have tuned this bike and got this just in the perfect spot. And it feels great, yes. So no adjustments needed. Come in here, tighten that. So final answer on that. Get that right there. That right there. We got to clean off a little bit of that WD-40. It's kind of getting... But man, yeah, that's the most amazing way just to get a drop of WD-40 into those shifters. So now we can kind of wipe down the shifters. The rest will evaporate. Kind of makes everything clean looking. Okay, now we can come in here and do... We've already kind of tested the fork, so that's nice and tight. We just want to do a safety check on these bolts. Hell yeah, they're nice and bottomed out. and they're super snug. Okay, bottomed out. But it's just real easy to strip these. I mean, they're just real thin bolts, and it might not be the bolt you're stripping. It might be like an aluminum stem or something, you know. Okay, so this whole everything is all tuned and tested and ready to go. The wheel's in for its final. That brake is amazing. So the whole front side's done. So now you can kind of just walk your way. And at some point when you're walking your way from the front to the back, hey, you know what I mean? Just grab these and see if that they're all just loose. And they're not, but then grab here. This is the one thing to fall off your bike. So hell yeah, that's nice and tight. And then over here, hell yeah, that's nice and tight. And the pedals haven't fallen off, so I'm not even gonna check them. But what I am gonna do maybe is see if I can actually get them undone. You're doing yourself a favor, you know, else you don't want these things to seize on here for just life. So wow, this one's real hard to get to. I'm gonna just go lefty. I need to go lefty loosey on this. But yeah, pedals that are just a monster to get on and off. Why would you put them on so tight? Pedals are the last thing you need to put on like hella tight. Insane. Just absolutely insane. I don't mind if I damage my, but we're just gonna try to just, damn it. Like, and this has only got a couple places to loosen it from. You know, over here is just awful. So it's got to be here, and we got to go lefty-loosey. So we got to come straight up. I'm going to try to get my whole leg around that pedal over here. And then we're just going to try to put the whole body weight. I can't get my whole body weight on. There you go. So I'm straddling that pedal. You know, this is just techniques. If you can find a way to... Perfect. So I got it. Man, that sucked. Hopefully this one's just in a better position. Because we're going... to get this one off, we're going righty-loosey. Perfect. It's in a great position. And there you go. But and now you just drive the bike forward. But yeah, we're gonna grease these because yeah, there is just no grease, and this is just a nightmare scenario. Get those things just seized on there. Okay, so and now we pedal backwards to get them on. Perfect. And how much tension do we need? Well, it doesn't matter now that they're greased up. You know, we can put a little tension on them. Perfect. We're going to pedal forward to get that thing off. It's just going to fly off. That's all right. I don't care. It's not a $1,000 bike. Well, it's probably like a $1,000 bike at one point. Isn't now. That's for sure. But actually it is. It is. Once it's tuned up, you know what I mean? It's just as good. Like a bike is one of those things where it's just like, yeah, it's one of those conundrums that if you like replace everything on it, is it still the original bike? Oh, so we're going lefty-tighty. And take your time, take your time. And the flat threads are not how you think. These arms might be at an angle, but okay, we're going backwards now. Hell yeah. Okay, get that tight. And you're not screaming tight, just normal tight. If it falls off, good to know, good to know. There's some things you don't want, like this, now I know. These have to be screaming tight. These have to be very specific specs because you don't want to damage the threads. But pedals, only when I was 6, my pedals came off my bike because someone from Wally World put it together. That's end of sentence. Okay. Some other places that you can check, you know, but yeah, dumbest, these are never loose. Like whoever put these on is just like the Hulk Hogan of bike mechanicking. I've never, like, there's something like this at the factory will hardly be on there at all, but these will just be like, how did you just weld them on there? I thought they were like, anyway. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna just check that front derailleur again, just to make sure it's working properly. And we're just gonna check the front derailleur. Can we skip off? Can we hop up? It's not going too far. Okay. And now when we go back down, okay, it's not rubbing too much there, and we just drop down. Now, the best way to adjust a front derailleur is just take it off. You can save so much weight, and then just use your hand. You know what I mean? But people that like front derailleurs, whatever. Okay, so that's looking good. And then we go into the second gear. Is it still rubbing just a little bit? No, we're good. Okay, so now we're gonna come down there. Ooh, we need this brake on. And I guess we're not going to replace this. Yeah, this one's the long cable. Because I swear I don't know. Maybe I didn't tune this bike ever. But that feels real nice. And this front brake could use a little tightening. Yeah, that's nice and tight now. Okay, so that feels great. And it's still spinning. It's not catching on anything. And, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a new shift. See where it comes through here. And it does go underneath the thing. And come here. I like that. I like the length of that. And the only other one is right here. And that's a little bit crazy. That's a little, we don't have to do that. But we're going to come in here, probably be the last thing we do, and we'll be done with this. I've got to check the battery life. Oh, damn, perfect. We got 8% battery. Check you on the flip side. All right, let's get back to it. So, all right, we got this derailleur. Yep. So we are, yeah, we're just gonna loosen up the cable, just make sure we know how it goes. Okay, perfect. And my knee is just ready to explode, so hopefully I can just get even through this bike. Maybe, you know what I mean? Build myself a hot tub and just live in it. I don't know. But yeah, this piece of housing and cable we can just do right now. And do you think we could reuse the ferrules? Probably. Those things are hella. Look at those things. As long as they're not putting too much friction in. But yeah, those ferrules will just last forever. Holy Toledo. Because that's the only thing we're just missing. We just don't have... And I just got to take it real easy on this knee. Oh, darn it. I'm just messing up the shift housing over here. But we're going to come in, maybe cut afresh. And, you know what I mean? Squish it out. Make it round again. Take our dental tool and open it up. See, this one got messed up. So yeah, keep going. Take another little bit off. Open it up. See if I can get this dental tool in there. Man, it's just all wonky. Okay, perfect. It still seems like it's just got a little bit of friction in there, but I think we opened it up. So that's good. And you can always take a piece of test cable and then just see how much friction is just right there. Hopefully there's just none. Oh, there's tons. I don't know why this is getting all buggered up, but man, look at that. There's just a ton of friction right there. That sucks. Yeah, maybe this cable, this piece of cable is like getting, I don't know why we're having issues. We shouldn't be having this much issues. Okay, so we're opening it up. And but I'm glad we checked, because man, especially the rear shifting, it's just got to go through a mile of cable. Look at that. There's so much friction right there. But maybe it's just this nubbin, you know what I mean? And once it's through, there's not really any friction at all. Okay, see, yeah, got it. It's just that little nubbin. Oh, shoot, that just was maybe a waste of time. But get that ferrule in there, and that goes right there, and then just nice and easy. You know what I mean? Don't have to be too crazy. And maybe it's too short. There's a chance that I just did this too short, but that's all right. I don't want it to be too... Ah, that was a perfect cut. That was amazing. Yeah, that's the... Okay. So let's get it going. And we're just going to check one more time because we weren't too sure. Okay, we're just gonna, and you gotta kind of take the ferrules off to, I would, else you're just gonna ruin your cable maybe. Just gonna run into that ferrule. Wow, this game sucks. I do not know how to find, okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, see, still just a little bit too much friction on this. I don't like it. So I'm going to come in here and maybe grab some old, well, it would have to be a new cable because these aren't soldered at all. And no, can't do that. So anyway, I don't know what you do. Oh, darn, I'm just wheeling over the shift. So this shift cable is just hosed. Use this one last. I mean, there honestly should be no friction in here, and there's just a whole lot of friction. And I think it's the ferrules. I think those are the dumbest ferrules you could ever use. See how much friction there is? I don't know if you can tell, but we're going to come in here with just the cheapo ferrules. Do I have two more? Yes. As long as I don't squish them half to death, I've got two more of them. You know what I mean? And maybe just don't even run ferrules. So, okay, because now we're going to come in here and see what's the friction level on this. Well, we're better. It ain't great. I don't know why it's not great. You know what I mean? This shift housing could be a lot better. But I think I got that. I think I got the fancy shift housing. Okay, so that's juiced. That's juicy. And there should be no extra friction with those ferrules. So I think we found our culprit. Obviously, there's going to be no extra friction with those ferrules. I don't know why we're spending so much time on this little piece, but... Okay, there we go. But there was a lot of friction on those ferrules, so... You know, just something to cap the ends. You don't need much. You know what I mean? Just something so, I don't know, they don't just fray out all the hell. But there you go. So that looks a lot better, just a lot cleaner. So right now, we can come in and do some adjustments. We can get our Allen tool going, and we're just going to pedal and then push it to that, and then just going to drop it down. So we're just going to put it right there. And it dropped down just fine. And is it aligned pretty well? Hell yeah, it's aligned great. And what order of operation? Should we take the derailleur? Yes, let's take the derailleur off. So we're gonna get this out. Make sure we don't ruin our crappy ferrules. And we're just gonna set that over there. Because yes, we have some order of operations, and one is to, like we could literally take the chain off right now. This is great. This is a perfect use of operations. And, like this chain's still pretty reasonable. And now I have a tool to, do this. So we're just gonna, I can't even stand up on my leg. My knee just hurts so bad. I don't know what the hell. But I got these fancy tools. You know what I mean? You pay a chunk of change for them, but it just squeezes in on these two things while you squish in. And it just unlocks it. It's pretty amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong. That was amazing. And so now what we'll do is we'll just take that off of there. Wing it through. Woo! That's fun. That's physics right there. That's a science project. Just taking the chain through. That's linear motion into you know what I mean? Angular motion. Linear into angular with a gear too. So it's, but there you go. I'm just gonna put this on there. Yep, perfect. So now this chain is kind of marked as like, hey, pretty good. My leg is just destroyed. I have to go to the doctor. Man, hopefully it's not just super buggered up. Just get a nice little stretch on it. Darn it. Oh my God. So I think I just have some arthritis issues. I don't know. I have a metal plate right here. Maybe the screws are just loosening up. But no, just around the knee. Some fluid, you know what I mean? So maybe some massaging, going easy on it. It's locking up. You know, a lot of pain. So definitely just kind of massaging. I don't know. But, oh, it hurts. See, oh, yeah. Oh, shouldn't have done that. So now it's just all over the place. Wow. Yeah, I can't even. It's really damaged. Darn it. Now, it was the back of the knee 2 weeks ago. It just really hurt back there. And now it's the front because I went biking all over the place. And the biking all over the place helped the back of the knee. But now the front of the knee just kind of gave out. And it's just real hard to have any movements. You know, with compression helps. Compression helps those movements. But, oof, whoa. Okay, so let's just get to it. So we got our chain. And we kind of did that in a dumb order because we just put our chain back together. All right, so see how those two loops are just like there? So yeah, you're gonna go whoop-de-doo, and then it comes out. There you go. But maybe we can measure the chain length just like this. So this one is not in a circle, so you can just kind of wing it out. And yeah, so just match it up. There you go. Match up that right there. And I don't know what I'm doing. Holy Toledo. Yeah, this was dumb. I should just take this off. You know, I mean, it takes 2 seconds to undo that, right? I mean, that's what this tool's for. I mean, it's the tool that you'll only use like 3 times in its whole life, so you might as well use it a 4th. And, hell yeah. All right, so we got that off. Now, this is the chain we want to measure. And this is the chain we have. Okay, get it in position. It's so hard. Like, I don't have long enough arms, you know? I don't know why this is always so hard. I almost need just a little hook just to put the 2 chains, you know, hook them together. But yeah, it's so hard. So I'm taking out that link. I swear to God, that link is gone. And then we're just good to go. I gotta find a better system. That was probably it. Just use trust. You know what I mean? Okay, this is a pretty good tool. I would buy this again. Park Tools, it's real small. You can put it in your pack. I would take it. It's not too much metal. And it's pretty accurate. Pretty true to its word. Alright, back this all the way out. All the way out. There you go. Okay, little piece of chain. Alright, where's the garbage one? And are we going to put the garbage one back together? Sure. Alright, so get that link in there. One more link. Alright, put it back together and seal the deal. Cool. Deal is sealed. All right. Not the fastest way to get chains on a bike, but hey, it's a way. It is a way. So we're gonna see if we can follow the leader. So it's got to come down here. It's gonna go around that pulley. It's probably got to go through a cave of steel, and it did, and then hit that pulley and around. No more cages of steel. So we are just pulling. We're just pulling. And it's just so wonky over here. Let's get it going again. There you go. All right, so now we can just pull it through, get it to where we want it. Now it's got to go through the front derailleur, that's for sure. So just keep pedaling, pull it through. There you go. And we're basically there. As long as it doesn't just wing out and fall off. Hey, this is going pretty good. And let's see. This is the test. If you can get it in there. I've only had one bugger that you just could not pull it. But then you just bike around and it'll set itself. But here you go. Oh, this is probably a bugger. Okay, you're just trying to get it in there and then pull. Perfect. It snapped right in. And hands are just greasy. So we're just going to switch gloves. This is the greasy pile. This is the non-greasy pile. I'm just gonna wheel myself around because my leg hurts. Oh, it hurts so bad. Okay, get that in there like that. 2 ferrules. Push it in. Get it all situated. Hey, looking good. So now we just need to, and to throw cable away. I don't know. It's probably just taking the life off your clippers, but. I don't know, it just makes it more convenient to throw cable. Doesn't get everywhere. Okay, but now this. We got to get it to its highest setting, which it is. So there you go. It's number 8. Perfect. And we're just going to take it out. And it already lost the little plastic screw. Save those. The plastic screw that went right here, so this should just pop through. There you go, and it did. Okay, we're not going to use this cable as the one we're going to use last. This gets thrown away. So here's a new one, but just check it. Just make sure it's nice and smooth from top to bottom. Whoa, caught the grease pile. It's like, I want some grease. No grease on the cables. I mean, I'm just doing that because I want to, on the first tune, go grease them and oil them and whatever. I don't know. You can, I don't know. No, I'm just going to do dry. I don't know, but maybe that's dumb. But, you coat them with heavy grease. Hell no. That's just going to be a ton of friction. I mean, that grease is heavy. Yes, so we need to pull this through and do not kink this cable. Oh my God. Okay, so it's set, and we are literally just going to copy paste. Now this cable might just be good to go. I mean, let's give it a go. I mean, there's nothing ruined about it. So maybe just a new cable, but look at that housing. That housing's a little bit moosed up. Hey, but this is pretty good shift. But these are really good ferrules. So it seems like this housing was doing the job. The job it was supposed to do. So we're going to maybe let it. If there's no friction in the system, man, that's great. These are just high-end cables. They might last the rest of the Spike's life. Okay, pull that through. Now, was that the right way to do that? I think it was. I don't know if what was going on there. But you got to come down here and you got to thread it through that little hole, just like right there. So, got it through the hole. All right, through the next little tunnel. Kind of fun, a little train of cable. And, oh, man, a lot of friction right there. See, that doesn't feel like it's going. So, you know what I mean, you get it all loose, there's just hell of a lot of friction in there. And maybe those ferrules just weren't the thing to use, but I don't know. Yeah, man, look at all that friction. We're gonna see if we can redo this piece. I don't know. I just hate it. It's driving me crazy that it's just so bad. I need to save those ferrules, but now let's come in here with no ferrules. There's still just a lot of friction on that little piece. Maybe there's not. Maybe there's not. But now is this just going to explode? That there's just no ferrules on that? It's still a ton of friction. So, you're going to damage it. Pull it out. Pull it out. Okay, well, let's just make one the same length. And we're just going to keep making them the same length until we get one that we like. Hey, that might have been the ticket. I don't know. Well, let's find out. Yes, oh my god, so much better. And let's get those new ferrules back on. I mean, I think it was all about that shift housing. That I don't know, it just got the way I cut it or something. It was just awful. But that's always why you want to make your shift housing extra long, because, oh, look at that. Okay, that shifting would have been terrible. So yeah, no friction in this system now. Alright, so get that in there. Oh, that's still like way wild, but, you know, just a lot of tension in there. But hey, it goes pretty smooth. So we have one more little hole to go through. And there you go. Get our little tool, put it in. Now you just make sure you're in that lowest gear. So we're pulling it up, and then 1, 2, and then we're in that lowest. And the other thing we can do is so here's your low screw, and here's your high gear, low gear. Yeah, low gear. Low gear's over there. High gear's over here. So if I tighten this, hell yeah. So that does that. So what we want to do is we want to get this like almost to there. Maybe not that much, but now you're going to come up here and you're just going to tighten your barrel adjuster all the way. So then when you come in here and you get this just barely tight, just with like a little bit of see how much slack is in that system, you know what I mean? But then you just come in here, you know, very gracefully and tighten it up. And all you have to do is this might just be a check. Put about 20% tension on that, and now back this high screw, your high gear, just back it out. You know what I mean? Back it out so it's all backed out, and then see if it goes down. And if it goes down easy cheesy, and make sure there's not too much tension, perfect. So it still goes down. And then you can come over here and do your high screw just so it's just until it moves. Okay, it moved right there. So now it's not moved. So now your high screw is backed out all the way. And the tension's perfect. And these cables will stretch out over time. So we're just gonna be money honey and call it good. Get a nipple and tighten it up. But that's the way I like to do it, because now we're just in the perfect position for it. But we had to move the derailleur up into about in between, you know, these two, and then loosely put it on there. And I really like that technique. It works really well. So we're going to come here just on the inside. Right there, that's perfect. Screw it to the right. Oh. Need to get our needle nose pliers for this. All right, put that on. And don't pinch all the way to the end, but just right about there. Maybe that's, you know what I mean, not practicing what I preach. But don't pinch the other end either all the way. You know what I mean? Just somewhere in the middle. And now I come in here. But if you didn't have this tool, but that makes it extra pinched. All right, that's just my system I like. It's probably like three steps too many. I think we're done cutting cables. And now, holy Toledo, this knee. This poor knee. Okay, so now we're just gonna come in. We clicked up once, clicked down once. So we clicked up once, whoop. So just click up once. Okay, so now we need to get some tension. We need to get some tension. Oh, shoot. Damn it. This thing, holy hell. I only put 20% tension on it. So, we have to tighten it all the way down. Holy Toledo. So get our twirly bob. So yeah, we didn't tighten this thing down at all. And it probably moved. So it's all right. We can always make it tighter. You just can't make it looser. Okay, nice and firm pressure on that. Okay, so now one click, 2 clicks, 3 clicks, 4 clicks, 5, 6, 7. And it doesn't want to go all the way into there, so we're just gonna... Now, if you want to adjust this barrel screw, click all the way up in here, and now click the cable down. Get rid of the tension in the cable. And then come in here and push... you know, here's your low. And push it out with manually, and then loosen your low screw. And see where it goes. Okay, perfect. And maybe that's too much though. But you want it to hop up pretty easily. There you go. And you don't want it to just go into the spokes, which it's not. So we could even do a little bit more. But that's about good. I mean, just so it feels good on the shifting. Like that feels real good. Like you're not running into any issues. You're still not going in, but that's fine. That's perfect. There you go. And on the way down, it should be pretty simple. Oh, is that too much? Ooh, it just skips right down. So are we too much that way? I don't know. Well, let's just adjust the barrel 1, 2 more, and then come down. Okay, yeah, it's fast on the way down. I love it. I love how it's fast on the way down. Tightening it, which we're doing, will make it easier on the way up. So that's why it's easy going up. Okay, perfect. Yeah, this shifting is amazing. And that WD-40 went a long way. And for the front shifter, yeah, it's still hella hard to push in, but it works. And, okay, so this bike, I mean... At the end of the day, that's the stuff that's going to make... I remember tuning bikes and I started with the seat first. It's just like no one cares about the seat except that this bike, my brother just has the seat just going in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? It's just sloped down. It's got the craziest slope down going on. And so, let's see. So our 8, I think we need a 6. And I'm totally right. Okay, so righty-loosey. If you're looking from the top, a bolt is opposite. So we're going to come in here. And I'm gonna move them forward a little bit too. You know what I mean? So okay, we got that. Shoot, I think it's all just... Like, I feel like it's not moving on the rails. There we go. So I moved him forward. Not the max. And I have no idea where this thing is. But, oh, that's too, maybe that's too high. maybe it's just the seats just get into the same spot, I swear. But that feels a lot better. So that might just be, I'm just gonna tighten it down because I don't want it to move and I don't want to lose that spot. And maybe this is just my preference where I like a seat. But no, there's a place where you want a seat where it just feels normal. Okay, yep. Hey, that feels pretty good. But what I am going to do is I'm going to get a level, because it's always interesting to see if a level seat is exactly what you want. Because if it is, if a level seat is what you want, well, then all you have to do is come in here, put the bike on like a level surface, halfway level, and see if it's level. And no, that's way up. So maybe I just like a seat that's just a little bit up so you can slide off the back. I don't know, I think that's like a BMX thing. He had his seat the opposite way. It was sloped down. So maybe I will come in here and just make sure he's not gonna freak out. I don't know, it's just, you don't want to spend all day, you know, getting it back and forth. And I have no idea, so we want to go down a little bit. There you go. So I went one nubbin down, and we're gonna, whoo, seats. I mean, you want them tight, but you want to make sure it's, okay, so yeah, that just feels like too far down. But that's kind of how he liked it. And it's still up. I don't know, I'm just gonna leave it there. That's how he liked it. And we'll go for at least a test ride, and maybe I'll get used to it. And I'll feel like, hey, that's where you'd want it. Okay, we're just gonna see if we're still filming, because we gotta be done with this. Yeah, we're going good. And I'm just gonna grab some gloves, and we're gonna do a little test ride. Because I want to see if my knee, oh, it feels so bad. So I got to go real easy on it. Hopefully it warms. Today's just a cold day too. Oh, this is awful. So hopefully I didn't do permanent damage. But we're going to see if there's anything else that we need to spot or do. But man, this bike got hella treatment. But the front fork doesn't work. It should unlock itself, but it's not unlocking itself. So we're gonna test that out a little bit. Okay, coming through. Whew, oh darn it. I think I'm making this knee more unstable. Oh, maybe I hit my knee again. Like also, I think I hit my knee on something in there. I swear I whacked it real good, but I don't think that was his left knee. I don't know. Hard to say. Oh, that crap's just gonna fall over. Okay, here we go. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, so I love tuning bikes because it just turns just a pile of crap into something that feels real nice. No, my knee is just ready to explode. But we'll see. But yeah, the shifting just feels amazing. There's no friction. It is just click and go. Now you might have to wait a little bit, but that's shifting. Okay, I kind of want to warm my knee up. Oh, sweet, the road's close, so it's like just no traffic. Amazing. That's what it's going to be like during the apocalypse. Just no traffic. Nothing works except bikes. Okay, my knee feels like hell. And I don't think it's going to get any better. And biking actually makes it worse. So that was the thing, because I kind of hurt it biking. You know, I just pedaled too hard, and it kind of hurt. Okay, the grips don't move. Yeah, so the brakes work. Yeah, the shifting's great. Shifts right into that high gear. I just want to make sure the chain works with the gears. And try to warm up this knee. Damn it. Yeah, hopefully maybe a hot tub tonight. And we'll see if we can... Alright, so this chain wants to come down pretty fast. But it's okay, it's a front derailleur. It works just fine. See, when I let's see if you can see, if I come down too fast. Nope, that worked just fine now. Okay. But yeah, I mean, the shifting just works. When I got on this bike, it's like, shoot, the shifting didn't work. Now, it's a little workout. Like, these shifters are solid. Like, they ain't going nowhere. But I feel like they work, so... Oh my God, my knee. But yeah, this fork is just completely locked out. I think he mountain biked on it locked out or something. But no, forks just have their day. I don't think he did anything to it, but yeah, it's gone. I don't know, and I don't know if it's worth taking to the bike shop. You know, they'll probably charge you 50 bucks just to look at it. But if they can get it fixed for under 50 bucks, it's well worth it. I could buy a new fork for them for 100 and install it, and yeah, I'd have to charge for my labor. But okay, so this bike just feels real nice. Okay, this thing's ready to go. It looks good, it looks good. All right, and that's a video.